Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. You know, I have a policy. And this policy is if something is pro player, but it's technically not supposed to exist. Years ago, this is going to seem impossible to people who weren't playing at the time. And it was a big deal at the time. It's not going to sound like a big deal right now, but years ago, premium disappointment crystals were bugged for like an hour, maybe. And they only gave 2 stars to 3 stars and 3 stars to 4 stars. So basically they became worse versions of ultimate crystals, which are guaranteed at least a 3 star. Again, if I told you that now, you'd be like, who cares? But back then, especially for the gold and the ISO, it was amazing. But I didn't do a video over it until it was fixed so that I didn't risk letting Kabam know even faster what was going on. And I'm not saying that they follow my channel to know what's going on in the game, but you just don't want to post pro player things to be taken down. I don't know about you, but I had like a kid in class growing up that would always rat people out. And he was also that jerk that would remind the teacher that they hadn't collected the homework. Everybody hates that guy. Well, you know what I've seen since the apothecary, which by the way, I'm not a big fan of the apothecary, but since the apothecary came in and they nerfed revive and energy farming, I've seen people say, hey, Prof, guess what? I still do that. I just do it in Act 5. Well, some of those same people basically contacted Kabam and said, hey, Kabam, you missed a spot. You forgot about this path in this act. And they were listening. And they know that with 7 stars, you can actually auto-fight Act 5 now. Well, maybe not now, but like eventually with rank 3 and maybe even rank 4, 7 stars. Who knows? Maybe now. I haven't tried. So Kabam shook up the economy of the game again. And when I go to the forum post, it's worth noting that this is again around the same time that they're giving people legends items and trying to celebrate players. So, interesting PR move, Cotton. Changes to drop rates in Act 5 revamp. Hello, Summoners. We're following up as we have seen some questions. With the launch of the Act 4, Act 5 revamp, we have modified the drop rates for consumables in a number of Act 5 quests. This is necessary because with 7 stars in Ascension substantially increasing the power ceiling of champion rosters, these quests will become substantially easier and a number of Act 5 quests are anticipated to become auto-playable in the near future. Without these changes, a number of quests would have been problematic. And when they say problematic, they mean for their pocketbook. They don't mean for the player, right? They don't mean for your mental health, they mean for them. And look, I get it. They're a for-profit company. I'm never going to criticize them for that because this game wouldn't exist if that's the case and everybody is a for-profit player as a mobile gaming company. And yet, I can't support this. I just can't. And it says including one that had the potential to become an infinite energy loop as the quest returns on average more energy and refills than it takes to complete. Which again, okay, so you can't auto-fight it, but that still existed for years. This isn't news. We held off on making these changes so long as these farming quests still required substantial effort to take advantage of. Up to this point, a very small number of summoners were farming in these quests. However, we determined that it was time to change these quests before summoner power eclipses them in such a way that they would become attractive farming spots for a large number of players. Basically, we'll let the small people, in our eyes, cheat, but when the small crowd becomes larger, time to shut it down. Sort of like a party that gets out of control in Kabam's eyes. We understand this will be upsetting to some, but we hope that you can understand that an infinite energy loop would be an element that just can't exist in the battle realm, even though it's existed for years. What a weird forum post. Look, this is why we can't have nice things. Truly, this is why we can't have nice things. But at the same time, from Kabam's perspective, I get they had to shut it down. But the party's been going on for so long. I mean, yeah, Hercules, especially at rank 5, Even rank 4, yeah, you can't auto-fight it, but you can still easily get the items. So, I hope you enjoyed it while you could. I have never done this, but it still doesn't mean I'm not hurt for the players who, obviously, are once again feeling like they can't play the game they remember. It's changing. The only thing good I can say about this at the end is we have more free energy refills than ever before. So, at least there's that in this game.